I don't know. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. Yeah. Woman up and up down. Oh, just having a little fun, I guess, with the opening to this particular social media broadcast or video as we have it here at the present. Social media family, famo, being of any subscribers and as well any visitors. So that being of my own social media channel, chat room or comment section, but then I'm gonna have to step out here soon enough and try to get a breath of fresh air, as I was saying, and no, not the the basic intro, but rather the footnotes. Damn, where's this damn thing? Oh Lord, forgive me for cussing and swearing. Looking for some meds. I had to finish off the last of it. I've been feeling quite up under the weather. I'm wondering if this one neighbor from damn hell could possibly have something to do with it. The way I had become subject to experience in my most recent bout with a physical health ailment or illness, just as long as I don't have equally so well that of a bout with a mental one, if you know what I mean. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks, and with the way he himself has had it in for me for the longest, but then it takes all kinds to make a world. And whereas Mother Nature can do a job on a person, regardless of race or walk of life, faction or society, lifestyle preference, the old and young alike, enough as it is, to have to be bothered with somebody else's nonsense. When there are days that I have issues with my own person. Yeah, with the person, myself, or person my same self. I get to reflect on how I could have possibly fit into somebody else's nonsense, and then from there get reflection upon how I could have replied to some or such, on a more positive note than to stoop to the level of somebody else's, negativity, or to go there with them equally as well in a negative way. Yeah. Whereas, as I was saying before, so I say again, and whereas, the weather's temps of Mother Nature could possibly be a butcher in one's own right. And this is fish. I'm no longer not any longer really eating any meat products other than when it comes to protein, fish and beans, So that would make me a partial vegetarian. Disregard what you heard in the background. It's just, as I was saying, to compliment something I said earlier. It takes all kinds to make the world. You really have that many more idiots and crackpots in the world than ever before. Attempting to make somebody else's day, attempting to make somebody else's life a living damn hell, because that's what miserable persons do. And this particular one, he has to be really, not only, stupid and sick, not to mention creepy that much more, but really must be feeling like a miserable, sad piece of crap, to be attempting to give me the business by the day to night basis. Hold that thought. Yeah, whereas Mother Nature can be enough to have to deal with. Yeah, and shortly after, I'm going to step out, give a breath of fresh air before I have to come back to this dungeon that this one particular neighbor makes it out to become or be for me. Talking about a jail cell. The crazy house. Same neighbor. The proverbial neighbor from hell among the dime a dozen public nuisance problem neighbors who attempt to harass, intimidate, persecute, or terrorize and traumatize their fellow neighbors as they will continue to violate their own apartment rental leases and at the same time disrespect the rights and privileges of their fellow neighbors who have been attempting to drive me out of house and home. Well, he has finally managed to do that, as he himself has been attempting to do so for the longest. And likewise, been attempting to drive me completely bonkers. For as long as I can remember, or could possibly think, reflect upon, or care to, being of which I really don't, and because I don't like to dwell on the negative, but on the positive. In the meantime, I just have to bide my time while I'm here, up into the final stages of development, whereas from there, I will relocate my personal effects, belongings or possessions, and last but not least, I myself being down my personal food, another building for a new place of residence. And hopefully I won't have to be bothered with something similar on the same line of what I have had to put up with here. And moving right along. I picked up this book here. Speaking upon some such other matters now that come to mind. I mean, this guy or fella, to think that this compliments a TV show that of a comedy that co-starred in, but he's supposed to have been some kind of what was it, American Gigolo, or practically, possibly like a pimp daddy or something. But I mean, don't get me wrong, don't go there. I don't want anybody attempting to drop a dime on me to the administrator of this one particular social media website network that I myself am one, some of such, among other account holders of, to be associated with and representing. Yes, when I say, and so far as concerning YouTube, aka YouTube, and not meant to be racist either. Personally, complete a former line of thought before I complete still another, Whereas this guy, a fella, had actually in real life become a homosexual, So how you gonna get schooled about the do's and don'ts with the opposite sex if you're not on the same team? You know what I'm saying? Then I don't want to go there so much before somebody think to drop a line to YouTube, aka YouTube, that wasn't meant to be racist either. I'm just telling like it is. I mean, after all, the white Jewish are supposedly in charge of control or own the majority of most of the Hollywood, California television, music, and movie industry. So I would take that likewise they own most of social media otherwise. Anyway, though, it says, yeah, more words or less. It's supposed to be the bro code, and it's pretty interesting. I read some parts of it, being which is pretty much so possibility. Other parts is just so ridiculously outrageous to attempt to apply it in real life. I say attempt and try, because it should be a crime for anybody to register some of this here as a legit, reasonable argument to be made use of to transform, that mental thought into physical action. Yeah. Then it says, I could read off some and such to you. So for as far as I have gotten, I've gotten practically through half of this book. You know, it's like a clip notebook kind of format. Yeah, well, it's okay. It says if a bro gets a dog, it must be at least as tall as his knee when full grown. I'm like, what? Does it matter? I don't know. Something about, it makes you look macho, I guess. A douchebag, You gotta have a fully grown, So kind of relate to that. Look at it from that point of view. Then most of this is supposed to be just ridiculously macho. A real man does not have to express himself so much by means of his physical prowess compared to his mental capabilities, and be one straight, bi, or gay for that matter. But then a real Christian, speaking upon those men now that come now, is not going to stoop to the level of the world's response, or reactions, or replies to somebody else challenging one's peace of mind once one were to grow up. And still, I pretty much still have a lot of growing up to do with how, as some and such given on time, believe in God, I have been permitting some and such others to push my emotional buttons. So I can't even get my words together. Think about it. Disregard the interruption in the background. To push my bodies. I mean, you ain't gonna go there. I mean, when push comes to shove, that's where the much more mature minded person should get police involved. It don't matter, be it road rage or whatever else for that matter. Somebody has to grow up or mature. Then it says, should a bro lose a body part due to an accident or illness, his fellow bros will not make lame jokes such as "give me 3" or "wow, quit your job." Like that really took a lot of balls. It's still a high five, and that bro still has a lot of balls, metaphorically speaking, of course. A lot of crap in here, but then there's a lot of other stuff in here. Okay. And it compliments, if anything, male chauvinist pigs, sexist pigs. Hopefully not any other likes of, Harvey Weinstein. Or some of such of his rival counterparts for the other team being JWG and JD. JWG, JD, yeah. JWG, John Wayne Gacy, and JD, Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay. And it says here, a bro never divulges the existence of the bro code to a woman. It is a sacred document not to be shared with chicks for any reason. No, not even that reason. Note, if you were a woman reading this, first, let me apologize. It was never my intention for this book to contain so much math. Second, I urge you to look at this document for what it is, a piece of fiction meant to entertain a broad audience through the prism of stereotypical gender differences. I mean, sometimes it really is like we're from different planets. Clearly, no real person would actually believe or adhere to the vulgar rules containing within. Those boots are adorable, BD Dub. Psst, hey guys, I put this in really small type at the bottom since we all know men have much better vision than women. Ignore the above. The bro code is definitely not a piece of fiction. I was simply lying to uphold this very article. And it goes up to something like 100 and something articles. Whereas the prefix, basic intro, preliminaries and questions, it says here. Well, first of all, let me read this before I get to that, what is supposed to be an index to, an index description of the bro code. It's kind of lame. Yeah. Anyway, it reads as follows. Let me see. Okay. First of all, let me read this. Vocabulary. As you thumb through the bro code, you may come across some words and terms you've never seen before. Many have been bold-faced and placed in the glossary on page 193, so you can familiarize yourself with the vernacular. While bros are always encouraged to spread the truth of the bro code, they are also cautioned against overusing bro. Such proliferation cheapens the important mission of this book, and nearly as important makes you sound stupid. Appropriate bro usage: Napoleon, or Napoleon, Tom Brokaw, Bro Jackson, Teddy Roosevelt, Bruce Springsteen. Inappropriate bro uses: Joan of Arc, Bro Barbara Walters, Bro J. Simpson, Geraldine Farrar, Bro Broco Ono. Where do they get this? You know what I'm saying? Then check this out. Origin. While the story of the bro code is not nearly as simple and elegant as God handing down some stone tablets to bros, its origin weaved all the way back to the dawn of humanity. In the beginning, there was no bro code, which was unfortunate for the world's first brothers, Cain and Abel. Lacking an agreed upon set of social principles, Cain killed Abel and committed history's first brocide. As punishment, Cain was doomed to walk the earth alone. Why? Because without a wingman, he had absolutely no chance to meet chicks. That's something. Okay. And now let me get on with some such others. The bro code. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for bros to settle dispute, decent respect to the opinions of bro kind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to argue. Though prudence says it's probably a chick, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all bros are created equal, though not necessarily with the same good looks or sense of style. That reminds me, I have to get this here filled in, some hair implant, shaved a little bit too close years ago in my youth. I've had this problem ever since, about, what's that, my late teens or early 20s or something. I'm gonna have to get some implants on my teeth. Likewise, that particular physical health issue. Okay, let me see. Though not necessarily with the same good looks or sense of style, and that they are endowed with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of tail. To secure these rights, we present the bro code. It is the right of bros to alter or to abolish it and to institute a new code. But let's face it, that's a lot of work. Be it here resolved that henceforth, when and if two gentlemen covet the company of the same wench, the bro who first calleth dibs on said wench shall be entitled suffering for such time as it takes to reasonably strike out, or the time it takes sand to fill one half of an hourglass, whichever comes first. At no point is it permissible for a bro to violate this right and codpiece block his bro, even if he has consumed copious quantities of ale. as intoxicating alcoholic beverages. So you see what I'm getting at so far as speaking upon some such other. A bro will drop whatever he's doing and rush to help his bro dump a chick. It's normal for a bro to get confused and disoriented when dumping a chick. For some reason, he's worried she'll become agitated or even violent after he calmly explains his desire to have sex with her friends. This is when a bro most needs his bro to remind him that there are plenty of chicks in the ocean and that a breakup need not be hazardous, stressful, or even time-consuming. Side bro, how to dump a chick in 6 words or less. Maybe try side salad instead. Cute, you're growing a mustache too. She looks like a younger you. I will finance a boob job. Sorry I threw out your shoes. Your sister let me do that. No, this is a different kind of social media broadcast. Video, huh? No. I like variety. I don't like to speak upon the same old thing, The same old neighbor from damn hell. I like to be fixated with the negativity. Negativeness, knowing that I'm a positive person. I like to think about positive things, Positive situations, regardless of how some dickhead prick could have made it his mission to attempt to bring me down to the same level of damn hell with his own miserable, pathetic, pitiful life, whereas he wants to attempt to make mine out to become or be all the same. Whereas he has made a sport out of attempting to harass, intimidate, and persecute, or terrorize and traumatize me. And I've never done anything to this jerk, put it mildly, but then that's not the half of what I mean to say. I'm describing this psychopath, sociopath, sadomasochist, sadist, cowardly, bully, and terrorist wannabe of a neighbor from damn hell who could possibly be a gay pedophile, Catholic priest wannabe for that matter. Anyway, though, getting back to this book and yeah. There's no law that prohibits a woman from being a bro. Women make excellent bros. Why? Because they can translate and navigate the confusing, contradictory whims that comprise the chick code. Do chicks really have their own code? Yes, I'm afraid so. One morning, just before slipping out the door while my hostess was in the shower, I happened upon a copy of the rumored to me. I didn't have time to flip much past the pink bedazzled cover, but here are some of the phrases I remember seeing on the frilly pages within. A chick shall not sleep with another chick's ex-boyfriend unless she does. A chick never pays for anything, ever. If 2 chicks get into a fight, they shall make catty remarks and pretend to ignore each other, rather than simply stripping down and wrestling it out. If a chick hears a chick empowerment song like I Will Survive, she shall stop whatever she's doing, grab another chick's hand, and shriek the lyrics at the top of her lungs. A chick may get a dog as a pet, but only if it fits in her mailbox. If 2 chicks were wearing the same outfit, each retains the right to accidentally spill a drink on the other. A chick shall not operate a motor vehicle in a safe manner. A chick has a free pass to slut it up on Halloween. When flipping through TV channels with his bros, a bro is not allowed to skip past a program featuring boobs. This includes, but is not limited to, exercise shows, women's athletics, and on some occasions, surgery programs. When wearing a baseball cap, a bro may position the brim at either 12 or 6 o'clock. All other angles are reserved for rappers and the handicapped. Unless he has children, a bro shall not wear his cell phone on a belt clip. A bro never removes his shirt in front of other bros unless at a resort pool or the beach. Oh, sorry. Sorry, bro. I will skip that. Oh, which one is that? Says a bro will, in a tiny manner, alert his bro to the existence of a girl fight. Please. A bro doesn't allow another bro to get married until he's at least 30. When in a public restroom, a bro, number one, stares straight ahead when using the urinal. Okay, I can relate to that. Otherwise, there could be such suspicion that another patron of a public washroom for the same sex could possibly cross on over to the other team. But then that's the toss up. It could be considered of an argument one guy as well as another. You know, don't necessarily have to mean that. Well, I think I'll get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks. Use your head, use your brain. Don't take a brainstorm. Rocket scientist. It's a no-brainer. Whatever. I don't want to sound racist. I mean, have somebody drop a dime to, YouTube on me about, you know, and that P&J sandwich in the fridge don't look half as bad after all. 2. Makes the obligatory comment. What is this? A chick's restroom if there are more than 2 dudes waiting to pee? And 3. Attempts to shoot his used paper towel into the trash can like a basketball. Rebounding is optional. Brothers cannot make eye contact during the devil's three-way. What's that all about? A brother never rents a chick flick. Got me on that one. I don't understand. Maybe talking about porno. I don't know. Maybe talking about something else. Beats me. You all school me on that one, please, or refresh my memory if at all I get a general idea of what's being said for that last one. I say I only got halfway through this book. It's not like it's really like some kind of in-depth book or Oh, but then this I don't agree with this one. A bro is no obligation. A brother is under no obligation, rather. Sorry about sound like Elmer Fudd. Hopefully not like a complete bonehead or butthead, like the Joker that wrote this book to begin with. That was it's supposed to be his name, Barney Stinson. It's supposed to be a New York Times bestseller. He got a lot of money for writing this crap. Man, the things that would produce on the book market nowadays, just to get some extra dough to pay the rent or mortgage, car notes, etc. A brother is under no obligation to open a door for anyone. If women insist on having their own professional basketball league, then they can open their own doors. Honestly, they're not that heavy. That is a lack of chivalry, if you ask me. Even in a fight to the death, a bro never punches another bro in the groin. Now, I agree with that 100%. When a bro gets a chick's number, he waits at least 96 hours before calling her. What? Side bro, asked Uncle Barney. I'm confused. If a woman gives me her phone number, doesn't that mean she wants me to call her? Why do I have to wait so long? That's the question. The answer is broflation, an unreasonable increase in female expectations about how bros should act. You call a woman the next day, she tells her friends you called the next day, and soon enough, women everywhere will expect guys to call them the next day. Before you know it, bros the world over will find themselves trapped in relationships, and all because you couldn't wait 96 little hours. Okay, I've waited 96 hours. When's the best time of day to call? Call during the middle of the day. You'll have a better chance of catching her voicemail, which ultimately means less conversation. With any luck, you'll be able to set something up without ever having to talk to her. No, never call after 9 p.m. Late night phone calls are the province of the booty call, and only the booty call. And only the booty call. See Article 92 for further elaboration. I've always heard you wait 3 days. Why does the bro code specify 4? If you've always heard that a bro should wait 3 days before calling, you can bet that women have to. By waiting an extra day, you can make a chick feel special. What? Should a bro become stricken with engagement, his bros should stage an intervention and attempt to heal him. This is a more common. This is more commonly known as a bachelor party. A bro never cries. Upon greeting another bro, a bro may engage in a high five, first bump or bro hug, but never a full embrace. Interlocking hand claps. Lean torso together, maintaining safe groin perimeter. One pat on the back. A bro loves his country unless that country is in America, as in the USA. A bro never applies to another bro. Okay, we're gonna skip that one as well. Which one is that? A bro never wears jeans to a strip club. If a bro is seated next to some dude who's stuck in the middle seat on an airplane, he shall yield him all of their shared armrests, unless the dude has taken his shoes off, is snoring, makes the bro get up more than once to use the lavatory, as in washroom, or purchase headphones after they announce the in-flight movie is 27 dresses. See Article 35. A bro never wears pink, not even in Europe. I kid you not, it's on this page here. It's not like it's supposed to be like a homophobic slur coming from me. Look at that yourself, see? But then he himself is now a real life practicing Peter Pan fairy, queer, or faggot. Well, you're not meant to be racist. I assure you, I'm not a homophobe. I'm not a extreme homophobe. I don't agree 100% with the Westboro Baptist Church with its bogus website of www.godhatesfags.com. And because the God of my own understanding doesn't or don't hate fags. He just don't agree with their alternative lifestyle preference, being of which is blasphemous against his divine plan for our Lord and Savior Christ. Okay, we're going to skip that one as well. Which one is that? A bro never publicly reveals how many chicks he's banged. And I myself am more like Archie Bunker. So I guess I'm violating the bro code, because I never had much of sexual experiences, believe it or not. What were you, some kind of choir boy being abused by a Catholic priest in an intimate, sensual, or sexual kind of way? No, well, hopefully not. Unless one that slipped me a roofie or Mickey at one given time. at an all boys home, troubled youth coming from a dysfunctional family. God forbid. No, but seriously though, I never had much sexual experiences. If anything, or not many girlfriends in any regard, be sex involved or not, there's so few. You know. So I suppose then you had more, what is it? Escort service woman, prostitutes, the red light district of the whole strip, or the bottle or the pipe. That could be your girlfriend as well at times, or an alternative to a girlfriend. Or you just went solo. Hey, pick your choice. I've always been more like a romantic, believe it or not. Even when I did feel freaky from time to time. So, so far banging chicks, I wouldn't say of all my girlfriends, I could possibly, be able to use both hands to count the number of girlfriends, and maybe even lesser than that I have had. But so far as banging chicks, you could go there other than girlfriends, and it could be like something like twice or three times the amount of fingers I have on both hands over a period of years. But then I've always been scared of sexual diseases, especially coming from a red light district. So I've always been inclined to employ the uses of, as in use rubbers to simply say non-oxymoron latex condoms, and go on air. So I probably have had more experiences with, social involvement otherwise than romantic interludes of a relationship. Then I still wish to get married. So let me see. How many times I banged a chick? Would you say maybe 20 or 30 times over a couple few decades? That would come out to one every year, or has it been more than that? And for a red light district, mainly or mostly. Well, I like to think that I'm practically, if not possibly, or I do believe I am some kind of born again version. If you know what I mean. No offense meant to our Lord and Savior Christ beside the living when I put it like that. Then I really haven't been feeling frisky lately. Not even going solo as a choking the chicken. Besides all that, this one rather homosexual faggoty, if not little actual homo or closet faggot neighbor from damn hell had pretty much so killed my mojo. He has to be at least homosexual faggot, if not a little actual homo or closet faggot. Anytime a male focuses his attention upon another male of the same sex so much, then he has to be either one or the other, when it comes to fagdom. It's like every time I would, watch some porn that exploits the sexuality of females as in women, not girls, because I'm not trying to go there, to be mistaken for a pedophile, closet pedophile, not even a closet rapist otherwise. Every time I watch some porn that exploits the sexuality of women, this one neighbor from down here would make with extreme incessant noise. It's a different source type, but then he does it anyway, regardless of whether or not I could be watching porn that exploits the sexuality of females as in women, or whenever I would have choked my chicken thinking about woman, but then not only have I not been doing that because he could have possibly discouraged me from doing one or the other, but if anything, hopefully it's more been because I'm trying to get in touch with God as a believer. I'm trying to get back on the right relation with God at the moment. Hopefully, that much more let it be said and on stage for the record. Check this one out. Getting back to the book and all. If a bro should accidentally strike another bro's undercarriage, that means, some are such for the area and laying down under private parts across the area, be it front or back. If a bro should accidentally strike, I would think that's what it means. If a bro should accidentally strike another bro's undercarriage with his arms while walking, both bros silently agree to continue on as if it never happened. A bro checks out another bro's blind date and reports back with a thumbs up or thumbs down. If you can't get a bro to scope out your blind date beforehand, there's a way to at least learn how promiscuous she'll be. Have her choose the date venue. Blind date translations. She suggests dance club. She'll be scantily clad, sweaty, and impossible to hear over the music. A plus. Drinks at a bar. A lot of fun or emotionally unstable. Promising either way. Fancy restaurant. Boring. If she expects someone to pepper her salad and refold her napkin, it stands to reason she'll be pretty lifeless in the bedroom or dead as a doorknob. Whereas you will get more action, possibly or probably by going solo. That's where choking your chicken comes in. Quagmire, stop that! You're gonna choke that thing off at the nub one of these days or night. No, Quagmire, the male cartoon character. Then you got some real life Quagmires in the world, or just long. Hopefully, very few of them would be. Well, I would like to think, but then you have to live on another planet or in some other realms other than that of reality, and because there are more quagmires who are of the likes of closet rapists, worse yet, closet pedophiles, moonlighting as male voyagers or peeping toms of porn websites, being which not only exploits the sexuality of women but of children. Worse yet. Anyway, getting back to this and all, meet the parents. Then she's untouchable, but maybe her mom isn't. Or if she's into miniature golf, way too competitive or lesbian, and not the hot kind of lesbian. Church, looking for marriage or looking to send it up before confession. Toss up, meaning either way, 50-50. Okay, a bro is not required to remember another bro's birthday, though a phone call every now and then again probably wouldn't kill him. Even in a drought, a bro flushes twice. What's up with that? As if one had to ask. Hmm. A bro is required to go out with his bros on St. Patty's Day and other official bro holidays, including Halloween, New Year's Eve, and Desperation Day, February 13th. Broadtree Corner. There was a young lass from Killarney who promised a gentleman named Arnie that she only was his, though a fat lie this is, cause last night she was screaming, "Oh Barney." I was in love with a chick named Pam who showed me pics of her fam. Pretty cute cat, but her mom was fat, so I dumped her last night. I dumped her that night on the tram. Even in an emergency that requires a tourniquet, a bro never borrows from or lends clothes to another bro, especially if it's underwear. A bro never reveals the score of a sporting event to another bro unless that bro has thrice confirmed he wants to hear it. A bro doesn't grow a mustache. So that counts me out. Look at all this hair on my face. Bro, bonehead, butthead, machoism of the likes of male chauvinist sex pigs. So I would have violated that bro code. That's Article 58. A bro must always post bail for another bro, unless it's out of state or like crazy expensive. When is bail crazy expensive? Crazy expensive bail. Years you've been bros time $100. A bro shall honor thy father and mother, for they were once bro and chick. However, a bro never thinks of them in that capacity. Okay, here's a good one. This is Article 62. And I mean, this is one of the better ones, rather. In the event that one of the best ones. In the event that two bros lock on to the same target, the bro who calls dibs first has dibs. If both call dibs at the same time, the bro who counts aloud to 10 the fastest has dibs. If both arrive at the number 10 at the same time, the bro who bought the last round of drinks has dibs. If they haven't purchased, if they haven't, if they haven't purchased drinks yet, the taller of the two bros has dibs. If they're the same height, the bro with the longer dry spell has dibs. Should the dry spells be of equal length, a game of discrete bro shamo shall determine dibs, provided the chick is still there. Bro shamo, rock, paper, scissors. It's right here, believe it or not. See that there, y'all? A bro will make any and all efforts to to provide his bro with protection. Protection forms a central pillar, or more accurately, a latex coating for the central pillar of the bro way of life. While a bro is not legally or physically responsible for any repercussions of failing to provide protection, it is not uncommon for a bro to experience pains of guilt after a fellow bro becomes infected with the disease, many of which can last an entire lifetime, like when a bro contracts children. In the event that one brother finds himself lacking the prophylactic accoutrements needed to complete the act of coitus in a safe and effective manner, he is in the right to expect another bro to use all measures within or without his means to provide the aforementioned prophylactic in a timely yet discreet fashion. When a bro signals his need using previously agreed upon code words and a body signals, it is understood that his bro will discontinue all present activity except the act of coitus itself, whereby the bro vows to finish as quickly as possible in order to respond with a panoply of options that the bro in these locations. A bro must utilize the most rapid method of transportation available while endeavoring to assist a bro. In no instance may a bicycle be used, as this is not only humiliating but also potentially harmful to the perineal zone of tissue perilously adjacent to the sexual organs. In the event that a state, federal, international, or galactic law is breached due to recklessness, unacceptable levels of speed, and or the hijacking of airborne vehicles, it is understood that the primary bro will shoulder any associated legal fees or fines. However, any costs or damages incurred from the use of public transportation are the responsibility of the secondary bro, along as this is an instance of quick bro upon arrival at the primary bro's location. The secondary bro must exercise complete discretion so as not to disrupt the primary bro's flow or brojo. Once the primary bro has been supplied with the necessary prophylactics, the Procedure is deemed complete upon exchange of the traditional, though in this case silent high five. Tacit in this unspoken ritual is the understanding that said episode will never be mentioned again unless it's part of an awesome story. Unless the bicycle is the only form of transportation available, like in Southeast Asia or Arkansas or something. Read all of that. That's like a book in its own right. A bro must provide his bro with a ticket to an event if said event involves the latter bro's favorite sports team in a playoff scenario. It's no brainer, self-explanatory. I guess. All depends on the individual. Hmm. Oh wow! So this took up quite a bit of the what you call the the present social media broadcast video. Well, it's not. I know. I must admit, it's not one of the the best of my social media broadcast videos, but then it's not one of the worst either. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm about to close out. You know what I'm saying? Simply being that because you know got more important things to do than to possibly go into any more of this here bro bonehead crap. You know. Besides all that, with my lack of with my lack of experience with women, some of them assume me to be Peter Pan fairy, you know, or maybe religious fanatic. Either way, it's kind of gay for them to think of that of me. Religious, religious. But then I must pray for those who have a rather difference of opinion. Not that I'm a extreme homophobe either. I don't believe in that crap. Westboro Baptist Church Bo's website of www.godhatesfag.com. As I explained before to you all, so I do so now that you know that God of my own understanding doesn't or don't hate faggots. He just hates their blasphemous alternative lifestyle preference. And he doesn't care for abortionists either. Or any drug on the market that can compare onto a street drug that could cause irreparable damage to not only the mental psyche of a human, but the physical body of our own species. And so much for that conversation. Anyway, though, I hope y'all have gotten something out of this video. I hope it had proved to be comedy, at least even so entertaining. I hope it got much more educational and enlightening, especially the part about Christ's salvation. Oh, I didn't mention something. I thought I did. Or if I did, then there's no harm repeating it. If I didn't, so I do so now. And that is by saying, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now. While the blood is still running warm in your brain, by recognizing and realizing what he himself had done or did, or whatever I have said, and do excuse, pardon, or forgive me for butchering the English language and American dialect. And as I think of it with that in my mind, intention to try to backtrack here with no purpose of being, and also I can go on to follow to continue from where and when that my person had last left off, so I can finish up as a complete upon previous prior lines in the same sense of words. But then, nevertheless, words, he went to that cross of Calvary, becoming the perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me. I'm still, you know, a physical trademark. Yeah, I'm going to have to copyright this sometime. So that if any of us been a whatsoever race and whatever walk of life, practice of society, or lifestyle preferences, been an old, young, like both two sexes, gender, male and females, representing not only the human species, but the global community within this post 911 era of maneuvering with apocalyptic day, and where the doomsday clock is now at a couple of few minutes midnight compared on our phone prior to then, it was a quarter midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times. Word to profess some of such faith in them, from there we become and be blessed in one regard another, in more ways than one. First and foremost, with this salvation being on which is the only means by which any of us can or could possibly become citizens of the kingdom of heaven. Don't believe the hype. I don't care what Oprah Winfrey says or anybody else, all roads do not lead to the kingdom of heaven. All roads may lead to Rome, Italy, in the headquarters of the Devils and Demons Church, the Catholic Church, but all roads do not lead to the kingdom of heaven. And if you believe that lie, you're going to be in for a rude awakening if you make that transition for the great beyond, believing something altogether different than the only means of salvation to become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven is through our Lord and Savior Christ the Messiah deliverer. Because you have got to accept him as your personal Lord and Savior while you're down here upon the planet Earth. Then wait till you get on to the other side and then decide you want to do just that, accept him and his salvation. Because it don't work like that. It's not BK Burger King. Can I have it your way, That you were to become one of the few that become ever so blessed to have one of those beyond and back experiences, whereas the majority of most who go to the damn hell are there to stay, Anyway, though, I hope that you all have gotten something out of what I was saying, in more words or less, especially the part about Christ's salvation. I'll get back with you all later. Can't say when, being that because I'm still in the process of moving from this damn hellhole of a place of residence that a neighbor from damn hell makes it out to have become a beat for me, especially when he flipped the script and had the management give me the walking papers or something similar to an eviction notice that he should have received, being of a non-renewal of apartment rental lease agreement, paperwork, document, or letter of correspondence, But anyway, though, I'll get ever, know. So until then, peace, love, joy, and happiness, and I'll see you when I see you. You know, or get back with you. Peace.